welcome to another episode of the It's Just a Hill Cycling Podcast. It's been probably 2 or 3 months since I've said that.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's been since like September. I'm John. This is Norlan. Welcome back to the podcast, Norlan. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me again. We're back.
I'd like to say friend of the podcast, friend of myself. It's Just a Hill member.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you remember the last time you were on an episode? Maybe 6 months ago, over the summer?
It felt like it was the summer, yeah.
Yeah, summer.
Yeah.
But we've been talking bikes a little bit lately. We rode together this past weekend at the Bake-Off ride. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But how is... the last time you were here, we were talking about Marfa.
Right, but then it got canceled.
It didn't happen. I'm sorry to hear that.
The race didn't get canceled, but
Your trip got canceled.
Yeah, because the friends I were going with were like moving and doing all... And it just didn't
a lot
work
of shit
out.
going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Marfa 2026.
Marfa 2026.
Nice. Nice. What else is new? We're going to talk about winter riding a little bit. We're sort of technically...
Well, it's not really winter yet.
You know.
It's fucking winter.
But it's been really cold, and it snowed this past weekend. But, let's do a community recap real quick. So this past weekend was the Bake-Off ride. Down at MBX. Did you have fun?
It was great.
You ate so many snacks you were capitulated on the floor. There's a great picture of you.
You have to try everything. How do you know who's going to win?
You have to try everything, yes.
And so
there were 12 things. I think I labeled 12 things.
No, there was more than 12. It felt.
Really?
Well, I think that then people also brought stuff that weren't in the competition, but you had to try it too.
Right?
Why not?
Yes.
I think I took everything. I took a big bite of everything, and I put it on the plate. And I took some more, and I made a plate to go home. And when I got home, my girlfriend was like, "This is all so good."
I love that you took stuff home because there was so much stuff at the end. I wish more people would have taken things home. Maybe that's a good note for next year. Bring your Tupperware.
Yeah.
Or maybe we bring some just like old takeout containers or something for people to take stuff home, because I went home with stuff, you did, but like some people didn't, you know. And there was
some stuff was gone too. Which is awesome.
The winning stuff I think was gone.
Yeah.
So like Sarah, Baker, Carol, Adam's wife, won.
That was the lemon blueberry.
Yeah, sourdough. Mad good.
It was mad good.
And then Holly had like our best presentation.
Yep.
She had like it was like said IJAH on the top with MBX, powdered sugar. There were gingerbread trees.
Espresso.
It was a chocolate torta.
With like espresso.
Yeah.
Fudge.
Ganache.
There you go.
She had a little heating tray for the ganache. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And then a couple weeks before that, we did the ThanksGearing ride. Brought a bunch of canned goods to the Johnny Cake Center. So it's like a nice time of year for community cycling.
Yeah.
It's interesting because sometimes this time of year, I get like super burnt out on cycling, especially on group rides.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love to have a cycling club, when you want everyone to come to your rides, sometimes it can be annoying. You know, to be just like totally honest. Just like, you're like, I'm hurting cats in a way. You know what I mean?
It's true. Although I feel like the winter stuff, especially when it's colder, everyone's just like happy to be outside and to make it through the ride.
You have never been that person that's been like blowing up the group ride, and for that,
no, I appreciate
it.
I get destroyed. I get
destroyed.
I get rocked. I'm at the back. I get dropped.
How are you feeling this past ride?
Pretty good. I think the thing is just like Thanksgiving and all these holidays and busy at work and stuff, and so I just haven't been riding as much, and so I think the power is there, but then like the endurance of how long you can actually output for is lower. So I was just like, but I feel like there's been times where I'm start late and catch up with the group.
Yeah, you did that like a month ago or something.
I'm just like super strong, and there are other times where I'm like, I'm just gonna finish the ride. At some point, I feel like everyone either gets dropped or goes at their own pace because everyone's kind of tired, depending on how long the rides are. So, but I always enjoy them, and I think you always meet new people, and people are always together for like 80-90% of the ride, which is really, I mean, what more can you fucking ask for with that many people?
We are all of our fitness is like pretty different. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we sort of like are all across the board, even just like in the A group. Yeah. And I think this time of year, even more so. Yeah. You know, because your fitness does drop. Like we'll talk about that sort of like winter training, what that looks like for different individuals. But like, everyone should be taking time off the bike sometime around this time of year. Yeah. You know, depending on if you're like a racer or someone that rides endurance rides or someone that just does adventure rides or whatever it is, right? Yeah. Like there is the weather gets in the fucking way. Yep. And life gets in the way. It's just like a busy time of year, and it's just like better for I think for me, for like my mental fatigue and my physical fatigue to just be like, nah, chill. Like time to chill a little bit, you know?
Yeah. I think even if you're riding casually, like even if you do 2 to 4 rides a week or whatever, it's still like a commitment, and you still have to like, and so it is nice to take a break and just be like, I'm just gonna fucking eat a pizza or something, or not care about.
You get any good pizza lately?
I actually visited
wearing a pizza hat, a guy in his pie hat.
I went to Brian's Spot for the first time.
Oh hell yeah!
Maybe like a few weeks ago. Yep, a month ago. It was so good. We tried like everything.
It's so
tried like
good.
the salad, the pizza, the cookie. Yeah. We like had to have one of everything.
Yeah, it's
the
a great
cheesy
place.
bread.
Yep,
everything was so good.
Yep. You got beer and wine now.
Yeah, I got beer and wine. We had wine too.
Oh,
we were going crazy.
You ever had Detroit style pizza before?
Yes, I've had it a few times, and I've been to Detroit too, so I've had it a few times there. I mean, I don't know that like. I'm not convinced that the best Detroit pizza is in Detroit, or the best Chicago, or the best new,
Yeah, right.
I think it's just like, whatever. It's all
pizza's just like fucking everywhere now.
Yeah, it's just like everywhere. But yeah.
So let's talk about winter training a little bit. You've been riding on Zwift. We were talking about Zwift. You have the Zwift bike.
Yep.
Do you like the Zwift bike? Your experience with it? I think
it's awesome. Yeah. I think it's great if you don't have like a bunch of frames. Because like I don't even have space to store. I don't even know where I would put like 3 or 4 frames. And so I think, and it does less damage to your bike. And so I think it's kind of like been really good. I've had it for a little bit now. I got it kind of shortly after it came out. So it's been like
a year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, it's been a year and change at least.
Any issues with it or anything?
Zero
issues?
That thing, I don't even charge it. I charge it twice.
What do you mean you don't even charge it? Oh, like because
like
it has
controllers.
The
buttons on. Those things never run out of battery. I don't know if it's. I mean, granted, you're not really. If you're just using it for like zone 2 and stuff, you're not really pressing.
You're not moving things that
you're not
much.
Like gearing, but it's like I've had like zero qualms about it. I think it's like awesome.
Do you get a discount on Zwift for buying the Zwift bike?
At the time, I think there was, because it was like, buy this
brand new
thing, and I think they were kind of like, I think they messed up because they released something and then like.
So like I have the Zwift
2.
Hub, which
exactly.
is the trainer alone
and they got sued, right?
And then because it was like close to something, but they bought out a previous manufacturer. It was called like Z Hub, something begins with a Z. Don't quote me on that. But they were the ones that like originally made this, and then they put out the Zwift Hub 2 that came with the 1 cog.
Yeah,
and then like right after that they put out the frame.
Right, so people were like, "Come on, we just bought all this stuff." So I think they were doing deals because of that. And I got it for a pretty good deal.
I wish I had the frame. This is a bike that it's my rim brake road bike that I literally do like nothing with other than it's sitting on the trainer. So it doesn't make sense for me to just like buy the frame because this bike's just sort of sitting around. Yeah. But I do like the idea of like a dedicated machine for it, and it just does all of the things.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not like a Zwift user currently, I try to spend my money on other bike things instead of Zwift. But
there's also a bajillion workarounds now. You don't even.
Oh yeah.
You can use it and do whatever. But I mean, that's kind of the same, really. It's just the gearing. It's like the gears is the only.
Yeah, right. Because the 1 hub just messes with the resistance as opposed to like putting it on
all
a
electronic
cog
or something. Right. It like talks to the program in a way.
Right. I have a cassette on my trainer, but no. I mean, I think it serves a purpose. But more importantly than riding this year, are there any other things that you do to cross training? Is that a thing that you think about at all this time of year? Are you in the gym more? Are you doing anything like that?
God bless anyone who goes to the gym consistently. I do everything at home. I mean, I'm not working out consistently, like going to a gym and dealing with like waiting for machines or other people using the thing or the thing. But yeah, I kind of been doing a lot more training like, at home that isn't on the bike more this year than any other year. Kind of like, leg stuff and these squats to build power on climbs and just kind of arm stuff and ab stuff, which I feel like I never did ever really in my life, which is kind of crazy. And so that's been really helpful because I can see how it correlates 1-to-1 to like the bike, but also just like in life. I'm like, I do all these like shoulder
it's good for you.
Like, my neck doesn't hurt when I stare at my phone for like 20 minutes.
I mean, you mentioned ab work, and I think core work is so important for the bike, but it's also just like important for, like you said, like your posture,
stability,
just like
stuff.
Feeling better and like not tweaking other muscles or like hurting other things because your core is strong.
Yeah.
I got a weighted vest.
When you ride?
No, actually, I thought about that today.
That would be so
how hard would this be?
Psycho.
to strap on a 12-pound weighted vest. Like, it would be so different going uphill and downhill in immediate 12 pounds. Oh my God,
downhill
you know
would
what
be
I mean?
Crazy.
To just like add 12 pounds to your overall system weight.
Yeah.
But I just started doing, sounds so stupid, and it is, doing things around the house with it on. You know what I mean?
So it's funny you should say, we went to the TJ Maxx Marshall Wombo combo.
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah.
Shout out Bald Hill Road.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
TJX
they had all these weights, and my girlfriend got these ankle weights.
Oh.
Which are the same thing. It's like, I think it's like 4 pounds, whatever it is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And the idea is that like you use it around the house, but like, what does that do?
So it's like if you were doing things around the house, you know, you're not resting heart rate. Right. You're not resting heart rate.
Yeah.
You're like, whatever, zone 1, let's call it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what, 85, 90, you know, fucking vacuuming or mopping the floor. If you have the weights on, it's going to have a little bit of strength resistance to it.
Yeah.
More like bone density stuff than like actual like weight training by any means. But it's also going to slightly elevate your heart rate, meaning that the calories that you're burning will be also slightly elevated.
Yeah.
So like for me, I went on a walk today with the weighted vest. The first time I've ever like left my house with it on.
Yeah.
Walked like 2.5 miles or something. And I was a little bit slower than I normally would be. And I burned, like my heart rate was probably 5 to 10% more elevated than it normally would be, like on a you know,
and how much
pretty casual
how much
walk.
weight? And this is like a almost
It's
like a vest.
It is a vest.
Yep.
It's got a pocket for your phone if you want to put it. It's got a pocket on the back if you want to like throw stuff in.
Yeah.
I know some people will like jog with it. It is not recommended to like jog with it right away. It's recommended to like walk with it first and like do intervals or something. Or you got any food in there? Harry will eat any food that he can find. No. Okay, great. Thank you.
But how much weight is it?
12 pounds.
12 pounds. See, like when she bought the ankle ones and I put them on, I was kind of like, this feels like a lot.
Is it like 2 or 4 each, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each foot.
Yeah.
And so you're walking, you're like, whoa, like.
Right.
But then I almost wonder, like, what if you did the ankle ones on a bike? And then all of a sudden, your cadence was like, pew!
Yeah.
Just like.
It'd be interesting to do the ankle ones versus like the chest
ones feels psycho on a bike. 12 pounds feels nuts.
But I will say, just like having it on around the house, you don't really feel any different until you go to like bend down. You know what I mean? Because of like where the weight is.
Yeah.
But as soon as I go to like either pick up Harry or like bend down to like grab something on the floor or like unplug the vacuum or whatever, I'm like, oh wow, I definitely want to like be engaging my glutes a little bit more and my core a little bit more to like stabilize this extra weight that's now you know, all around my chest.
That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, just like another thing to like, I don't know. I'm you know, I personally am like trying to, this is partially your fault. We can call it your fault. The last time we went to Colebrook Cafe, you and Brian were like, are you going to do something outside every day in December? And I decided to do it.
You said you...
No, well, I mean, it was sort of the push that I needed. It was sort of the push that I needed.
But the last time you did it was not last year, the year before.
Correct. In 2023, I rode my bike outside every day in December. And at the end of the month, I was miserable. And I set an alarm, a reminder in my phone for the end of November of the following year to be like, don't ride your bike outside every day. So in 2024, I did not do it.
Yeah.
But in 2025, I don't think I was very like focused on my training. I don't feel like I really hit the ground running in the right way.
Yeah.
Maybe something has to do with like the fact that I did ride my bike 500 miles in 5 days to DC like in April. Which put me in a bit of a hole.
Even the Thanksgiving ride you did a lot of these sort of like.
Yes, I did three like what I would call adventure rides this year. I rode to DC, I rode to my friend's house in Vermont, and then I rode to my buddy's house for Thanksgiving out in New York. But like, I don't know. I feel like this is a really good way to like be very cognizant of what my winter training should be.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like passive. I'm not the type of person that like gets a lot out of myself when I am passive. I need to like push myself and like be thinking about things. You know what I mean? And so even if it is, this year is different. I'm not riding my bike outside every day, but I'm just choosing to spend time outside being active. I've been running a lot more. I walked today. Running fucked up my knee last week.
Bro.
I'm not.
If you're a runner, you can't convince me. I think it's so bad for you. Everyone that I know who's a runner is always hurt. Dude, it's so... I don't understand.
And, I've heard other cyclists talk about this. We obviously have the aerobic engine to run.
Yeah.
But your body just, isn't keyed up for it,
I just think it's a lot more nuanced than people think. It's not just your every single inch of your body is put under strain. I never played. Well, I played running sports as a kid, but I wasn't good at sports. I was not an athletic and I
kid.
like running in that context. I love running soccer, baseball. I played football, but I think that those are very almost
Well, sure, they're different.
Right.
But I even mean it, I guess I mean it from an even bigger point where I was never really taught how to run. No, I'm not, but I'm so I will say I'm and even on top of that, I'm an awkward runner. You know what I mean?
Awkward in the sense of just form or just
my form. I had to look up videos onto where
But you never played sports.
I was really bad at sports. I played
but
them.
That's so crazy given that you're so good at cycling.
Really bad.
It's such a crazy
I played a little bit of soccer when I was young.
Yeah.
The sport that I played the longest was baseball. I played all the way up through high school. And the sport I played in the middle was basketball.
Stenning is a baseball name.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't, yeah. You weren't and standing at the 5-yard.
No, dude. I played right field and I batted ninth and I was bad.
Yeah. Well, sometimes ninth is a little.
Okay, well, I batted eighth.
You get the bottom, but
sure,
you're still
No, I was not. The coach didn't have some good strategy to put me. I was lucky if I played left field. You know what I mean? I played in right field because statistically, people did not hit the ball there that much in Little League. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And basketball, it was more just my parents pushed me to do these things because of the being around the socialness of them.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe they wished I was a little bit better. My brother was much more of an athlete younger. Yeah. My dad has always been athletic. I just wasn't athletic as a kid.
Yeah.
And I never really cared to try. And therefore, I never really learned how to run properly. So even now, as I'm trying to learn how to run, as someone that is athletic, it's very hard for me. And the impact is so much different than riding a bike.
Yeah,
I feel the gains in running. I feel stronger in my glutes and my hip flexors and stuff. But at the same time, I'm still really struggling to find a groove and a pattern to I'm creating playlists that are at a certain BPM so I can
be able to
run to
it.
You know what I mean? And still, it's a struggle.
Yeah, I've never liked running in that way, and I think it. Yeah, but I will say the people who also I'm you're always hurt, something going on. They're also so good at running.
Yes,
meaning the
fast
pace. I'm
yes. No, I know. The pace is crazy. We talked about Brian before with this pizza place. Brian runs a lot.
Oh, yep.
We've talked about running ever so briefly. Maybe he'll come onto the podcast soon. We talked about that so we can but he's he's done marathons.
Yeah.
And is fast. And I know that I'm not trying to throw Brian under the bus. I know that he's struggled with some injury things. I think it's very common in a lot of sports for people to struggle. I mean, especially 100%. As we get older, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pushing 40.
Right, but that's why I think the cycling thing is just interesting because there's a lot more older people doing it.
Right.
And I think at less cost to their body. And I think there's also a lower physical toll on your body point of entry, which I think that's why it's so much more. Granted, everything else about cycling is expensive as fuck.
Absolutely.
And it's the gear and the this and the that and the bike. But it's I think if we're just talking about physical toll on your body, I think it's that and obviously you got stretching and yoga is so low
impact.
Low impact, low entry point. But I just never really. But I feel like it would be good. I think about taking up swimming. Just for lungs and stamina. It is the most
Oh, and that's actually holding you up, but buoyancy is you're not. It's.
But then I gotta find a pool.
Right. Which what would you do? It'd have to be a YMCA or something.
Buy a house out here.
and swim in the reservoir?
No, just put a pool in your backyard.
Oh, put a pool in.
Like 8 acres. Every house has like 8 acres.
I recently worked on a commercial at a house with a lap pool in the backyard.
What's a lap pool compared
It basically is like, so, I mean, don't get me wrong, you could like have fun in it, but it was a lot skinnier than a normal like in-ground pool. Basically, so that the owner could wake up every morning and do laps in the pool.
Every morning?
Yeah, when we were there setting up lights, he was doing laps.
That guy's probably a beast.
In September. So, like, it wasn't the warmest out. The pool was heated.
Okay.
And
see what I mean? You can't... Where was that? What city?
Barrington.
See? You're not doing that in Providence.
No, you're not doing that in Providence.
Or Crescent or something.
No,
that's crazy.
Not. Yeah. I never even thought about the idea that you could just put in a pool in your backyard. Like, I always would think YMCA.
I mean, it's probably like a gazillion.
Right. Talk about barrier of entry.
Yeah. Right. A pool in your backyard.
Yeah. I've never really considered having a pool just because I think it would be expensive to upkeep.
But that stuff, I feel like that is like something where I'm like, man, if I just like, maybe if I just swam like even like once a week or twice a week, I feel like it would be like so good for
that's a way
or something.
That seems like a great way to get that cross training, aerobic capacity. Like you said, your breathing is better. You're doing, like, it's hard. Swimming is hard. Running is hard. Don't get me wrong.
I think running is super hard. I couldn't imagine staying motivated while running.
I have had some fun running, and I like seeing the progress that I've made. But just the fact that, like, my knee's been bothering me more than it ever has in my cycling career of the past 5, 6, 7 years or whatever. It is still like, it is tricky. Are there any things this time of year like that you're doing in your training that are like specific, or are you like looking forward to certain events, or is it just you're keeping the legs moving, it's cold, you're more focused on holidays and spending time with friends and family? What is it like for you in middle of December?
Sort of that, but I feel like traditionally what I try to do in the winter, and maybe I'll actually finish it this year, is do some sort of like plan. Like, and like, so, like sometimes you'll go to like certain cycling places and they have this training plan, or like Zwift will have like a 8 week whatever winter, deep winter, whatever. So I'll kind of want to do one of those and like stay consistent with it, and kind of, because I feel like otherwise it's just hard if you can't go outside as much. It's kind of just like, how do you stay motivated? I always do the Tour de Zwift, which is always like these stages that I'm like, I would never probably.
Is that a race?
Technically it is, but like not really. Like every stage.
People just do it.
Yeah. There's like placings in every stage, but like.
Yeah. And you have like a week to do every stage or something?
Something like that. Yeah. You have a few days to do every stage. And then I would do it with friends, and we would just like put a FaceTime up or whatever, and just like
roast each other,
talk shit while we're like doing this like stage. I think the cool thing about it is also like groups in it, like kind of like what you guys do, which is an A group, a B group. So based on like whatever, you don't feel like, damn, I'm always fucking last. You can actually like draft, which is kind of bullshit, but drafting in Zwift is crazy. But
like there was one point in my life where I was so like anti-Zwift, and I was like, oh, this like is stupid.
Were you anti-indoor cycling or Zwift?
I was anti-indoor cycling.
Yeah.
And I guess just because Zwift is the biggest platform, it was sort of the one that I would like roast the most. But then like I decided to like get the trainer and like ride inside during the winter, and immediately noticed that like it was beneficial. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm being a clown. Like I just need to be more open-minded about this.
I'm being a clown.
But I will say, I think that the time and the power that you put down are like real. The speed and the drafting.
No, it's just watts and heart rate.
The everything elevation, else, you know what I mean? That all still seems kind of silly to me.
There's no physics, so you
and
I think a lot of people, you can mess with like the difficulty of the trainer, and input your weight or something. I don't know, like
people weight dope for sure.
People do. And I'm like, it's not that serious, bro.
Yeah, people like, weight dope 100%. I know people that do it. Losers.
It's like even worse than like hacking on like a video game or something, because it's like, bro.
No, you tell the trainer that you're 120 pounds, but you're still doing the watts of someone that weighs 175, and so your watts per kilogram is like through the roof. So
silly.
Yeah, which is like really silly, but. That's like that's an individual thing. To me, the biggest thing with winter is kind of like what you said. It's just like keeping my legs turning over, Like I'm not trying to like win winter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay at an okay enough pace.
Survive.
To keep riding and to not get on my bike and be like, oh boy, you know what I mean? But like, it doesn't make sense physically to be like as trashed as I am. I did take like a few like really, really easy weeks, and I do feel like I'm starting to like ramp up my training.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean like immediately 300
So
mile
I think I was asking you about this before. What's the like breakdown? What would you normally do like in June, July, August versus what you're doing in winter? And like what's the drop down for, because obviously you just can't go that hard all year without taking any break or ramp,
No. So on the weeks where I was like off, that was like 4 or 5 hours a week. That would be like my smallest. If I'm not actually putting my bike away and not looking at it, it's probably maybe 3-4 hours a week. That was like the end of November, other than that ride for Thanksgiving, into like maybe the first week of December. And then I was like, okay, I want to start like ramping it up. But I know I'm not going to be hitting like in the middle of the summer. I have a couple of times hit 24-hour weeks. Yeah, that's insane. I know that's insane. Most people don't have the fucking time for it. They don't have the mental.
That boy gave a whole entire day of the week.
But for me, that felt really good. This time of year, I'd be lucky to hit 10 hours. Yeah. It's probably more around 7 or 8 if I'm realistic. Because even though I am still doing things outside, like I did ride outside today, the roads around here are like icy. Like I went on like slushy roads still on these back roads.
So you would say it's almost like 50%?
Yeah.
Cut back?
Yeah, because normally like a 24-hour week is not normal for me.
Right. I was putting it at like 20 maybe is normal. Or
maybe.
18.
More like 12 to 15.
Okay.
Maybe 18.
Yeah.
Just because it's nice out, and like if I have the time and I'm not like doing an actual like shoot day for work and it's nice, I'm going to try to just do 3 hours.
Yep.
It's probably going to be mostly like a zone 2 3-hour ride. I'm sure there's going to be zone 3 efforts. I'm going to get excited going up a hill or whatever. But to sustain that much time on the bike, as someone that isn't a pro, I don't have a coach, I don't have a nutritionist.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for me to be like hammering 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. You know what I mean? So a lot of that is like fun rides. I'm going to go find a new convenience store, a new general store. That's fun to me.
Hi, this is John.
Yeah, exactly. Me fucking reviewing food. A lot less food reviews this time of year, and a lot more just like, I do like spending time outside. That's sort of like, I think a big reason why I like riding my bike so much is because it just allows me to like detach and get outside. But like, I rode on the trainer yesterday, and I thought about riding on the trainer today after my walk. I did that weighted vest walk, but it was like so sunny, and I was kind of warm on that walk that I was like, if I go outside and put in like a decent effort, I think I'll feel pretty good. And actually, my VO2 max went up according to my watch
because
because of now that I'm actually training.
Got you.
And
you've been outside every day,
right?
Doing something,
right? So I'm staying consistent, and I felt pretty good. I felt pretty fresh, even though my knee was bothering me a little bit. It's not the type of bothering that like bothers me on my bike unless I'm really standing up and hammering.
Yep.
So I'm sitting down and still doing some efforts. It still feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I did like one 15-minute like pretty hard effort. And then I did another like 10-minute pretty hard effort, and I got home and my watch was like, your VO2 max went up from 54 to 55. So that felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Like at least I feel like I'm doing something productive and not just filling the void or whatever. But I guess like are you're thinking about doing Marfa? That's
a next year goal.
10 months away.
Yeah, October-ish. So, but I guess that's another part. So then when does winter training, when would that end for you?
Winter training?
Or just this block in which you're not going outside as much? Is it weather dependent and then it ramps up, or is it more of like a time?
No, it's more of a time. It's like now is actual winter training as opposed to winter relaxation.
Yep.
I feel like I'm in a good place to be ramping up the hours on the bike, and basically what I would like to see, like if I'm looking at like my Strava chart and I'm always looking at hours, I'm never looking at mileage.
Yep.
I want 3 weeks in a row for my hours to go up.
Yep.
And then on the 4th week for it to go down a little bit.
Yep.
As like a recovery week, and then again reset 3 weeks in a row that it goes up. And that was probably from now until March. I think it sort of depends on like what, like if you have like an A race or if you have like an event that you're
some
going
goal
for.
in mind, yeah.
If I have like if I'm doing Natchog again, which is up here somewhere, does it say the date? Okay, so Natchog is like end of March.
Yep. That's gravel?
Yeah, that's a gravel.
It
it's still got dirt on it. That's like end of March. That would mean that like I would want to do this ramp until mid-March and then do like an easy week leading up into it and then like be able to feel really good and hammer. Now, is that like my A event of the year? Not necessarily.
What's the crazy one where it's like a bunch of climbing?
The Greylock Challenge? Yeah. That's like the end of July.
Okay.
Basically, I'm either trying to like peak for that or for D2R2.
Yep.
Which is like a couple weeks later in
August.
That's
the one you didn't do this year.
No, I didn't do Greylock this year. I did D2R2.
Gotcha. You switched
Basically, it's the gravel equivalent. I think it's like a notch harder than Greylock.
Yeah.
As far as metrics are concerned, it's like 3 miles longer and another 1,000 feet of climbing.
What's Greylock?
Metrics?
Yeah.
108 miles and like 13,000 feet.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that one. I'm just not sure. I feel like I have to get a 100-mile ride, period. I think the longest I've gone is maybe 80 or 90. I went to like Cape Cod or something.
Yes.
From Providence.
You should probably do, if you wanted to do Greylock in July, I would suggest doing at least 2 5-hour days in May and June.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be 100
miles.
You
mean like 2 separate ones in May and 2 separate 5 hours?
No. One in May and one in June.
Got you.
So that in
Leading
July.
up to it.
Yeah, because as much as...
But it takes more than 5 hours.
Yes, that ride takes like 8 hours.
Yeah.
But like... I don't know, if you would mentally feel better by doing an 8-hour ride, but not everyone has time to do an 8-hour ride. Like, you own a business, you run a place, you know what I mean?
I don't even know where I would, I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I could, I'll show you. Well, I'll go with you.
But I'm like, it just seems like you'd have to go pretty early and you'd have to eat a lot of food.
Yes, you'd have to eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
And I think that's why an event like Greylock makes it more accessible, is because yes, there's a price tag on it. It's a pretty reasonable price tag.
Yeah.
And they have the food there for you.
So you're not really going out your way to prepare all this stuff.
No, you're not going out of your way at all. And the volunteers are great people, and there's providing like real food.
Yeah.
Not just goos and gels, but like peanut butter sandwiches that are handmade.
Yeah.
And bananas cut in half, and you know what I mean? Like it is nice because you don't need to think about it.
Yeah.
And there on a ride like that, there are 6 stops. There's almost too many stops.
Yeah.
You know, where like you can strategically skip one if you want. There would be some that I will tell you don't skip because of where they come in the ride.
Yeah.
And what
they're
efforts
just like important at the bottom.
Yeah, there's one at the bottom of
don't skip that one.
of Greylock, you know?
Yeah.
Which is like a 40-minute effort, you know? So don't skip that one. Fill up your bottles.
What do you mean a 40-minute effort? For the whole 14K?
It takes about 40. I think it takes about 40 minutes to get up Greylock.
So it's mostly kickers and climb, and then there's one big, or kickers and like rollers. Then there's like
you mean on the whole route?
Yeah, because it's like 14K. Where's the?
Yeah, to me there are 3 significant climbs.
Yep.
The first one is called Kingsley Hill Road. It's the steepest fucking road you've ever seen in your life. It's relatively short of an effort.
Okay.
It's about 12 minutes.
All right.
But it's a mile.
Okay. A monster mile fucking climb.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That takes 10 to 12 minutes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then, there are rollers in between, you know.
Yep.
And, the rollers in the Berkshires are different than the rollers in Rhode Island. But they're still...
And the ones in Rhode Island
no, I know.
are also...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Then there's the Greylock climb.
Yeah, which is the one.
The biggest one. You climb to the top of the mountain. There's a monument. It's the tallest mountain in Massachusetts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it takes about 40 minutes to get there. There is a rest stop at the bottom for you to fill all your stuff. There's a rest stop at the top too.
Yep.
There's a great place to take a picture. There's a cool ass monument that has like a globe on top.
Yep.
It's a great view. It's dope. It's a great place to stop. And then there's another climb called Hoosick Road.
Yep.
It's probably 20, 25 minutes. It's almost as brutal as Greylock. It comes a lot later in the ride.
That's what makes it, I think.
Yes. It's also, there are no rewarding views. It's just tree cover. It's just trees. So you're kind of like,
fuck
climb. You,
And the downhill, like, is the Greylock, like, descent crazy?
The Greylock descent is very fun. There are some descents that I say are, like, kind of crazy.
Yep.
There's, like, a famous hairpin.
In the Greylock one.
Like, no, before you get, actually, like, as you're descending into North Adams, which is where the Greylock climb starts, there's a famous hairpin that you go down.
Yep.
You've probably seen photos of it. There are, like, beautiful photos of it with, like, foliage and stuff. It's really cool. It's, like, a legit, like, 180 degree.
Loop-de-loop.
And you're kind of, like, whipping down it. That's like, can be intimidating, especially the first time. There's this one hill that's like a straight shot, but the aforementioned Brian, I think he hit like close to 60 miles an hour on it. I think I hit 56.
Damn.
And he was flying down it.
Yeah.
Greylock descent is, the same distance of you going up, but it takes, 8 minutes to get down instead. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
The first time I was definitely intimidated. I'm not the best descender. I don't have the most confidence there, but it's not that sketch.
Yeah.
And there's actually, there's a moment where like it goes up a little. So like you go down
and you go up
and you go up just a little bit and then you go back down. Which is also a fun way to climb. It's also fun to climb up that side. I usually do that on the day after the big event.
Do it the other way. Just,
just as like an easy recovery. It's still like relatively hard, you know what I mean? But like it's it's nice. It's like it's a slightly easier climb.
And you guys have all done it. You, Brian, Brian.
Yep, me, Brian, Jeremy, Cal, Noah came with us one year.
Yep.
But for the first year it was like 3 of us, and then there was 4 of us, and then there was like 6 of us, something like that. We got a big Airbnb last year or 2 years ago or whatever. And that's sort of how I view D2R2 this time.
That's what you with all these, or the ones that you're going to do this year or have done, it's just like a group you go with. And
yeah, for the most part. I mean, D2R2, I just went up with Adam the past 2 years, and he might be skipping it this year to do Overland. All right, we're back. Nolan's got the glasses on. Anything else you want to talk about winter training before we talk about those glasses that you're wearing?
No.
You ever think about using like an online coach or using a coach or anything, or an app that does like more specific coaching for you, or does that seem too fucking serious?
No,
you never thought about it.
Somebody do it. Do it. Give you
a training plan?
Yeah.
I'm not a coach.
You had that really, what's that cool guy that I said,
Jake?
Maybe.
Jake has been on the podcast before.
Yeah, I think
He's talked about like wanting to, maybe guide people in the right way.
I would just be curious if I told somebody, hey, I want to do this Marfa ride and I want to do this Greylock thing.
Yeah.
Here's what I've done before. What do you think I should do, and when do you think I should do it?
Yeah, I think that'd be a great question.
I feel like it'd be interesting to see what.
You want to?
Because I feel like I'm pretty.
You want to give him your contact information?
I'm pretty. Yeah.
401.
I feel like I'm like. It would be interesting as someone who is so semi amateur and has had the longest ride be 80 miles. Like, well, this is what I've done. But I'm pretty, whatever, athletic and whatever. How could we up and get there in the matter of like 8 months or whatever?
I think that'd be perfect for something like that. Yeah. Oh, all right. Let's talk about the gear and tech corner.
Sponsored by.
Well, I wish we were sponsored by Oakley. You're wearing the Oakley Vanguards. I bought these sunglasses about 2 weeks ago. I've used them on a handful of rides. I used them on my ride today.
Yep. They're comfortable. And they're dark in a way that I really like. At least whatever shade or thing. Every time I do that, it makes a noise. It's incredible. It's
like disconnecting and connecting. It knows when you put them on.
But it sounds as good and as clear as the shocks.
Because much like shocks, there's a little speaker next to both of your ears.
Yep.
So they're not just sunglasses. And maybe a lot of you have heard about these. I think you just pressed the take a picture button. Nice. It looked like it flashed. Took a nice picture of your microphone in your crotch. Thanks. All right, took another picture. So they are, the Oakley Vanguards. I got the ones with like the blue frame and the I mean, the white frame and the blue lenses. These are like one of their, like you said, they are like one of their darker offerings as far as like.
It's nice.
Oh my God, the podcast started.
I put them on and it was another cycling.
They're Bluetooth speakers. They are a camera. You can take still or video with them, and they also have Meta inside of them.
Yeah.
So you can say like, "Hey Meta, what's the weather like?"
You don't use that much.
No, I have that turned off actually because the biggest concern for me. Let's talk about like the worst thing is battery life.
Yeah.
The first time that I rode with them, I was using the headphones. I don't think I had Meta turned off, and I recorded a lot of video, and the battery was at like 8% at the end of
But how long was that ride?
1 hour and a half.
I mean,
right.
Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, not bad.
Also,
not bad. So then I was like, okay, I want to ride for 3 hours. What can I do? And I sort of looked into it a little bit. I turned Meta off, and I just disconnect it from Bluetooth while I'm riding, and I just wear my shocks.
Yep.
So basically, I mean, yes, they're sunglasses, but they're also acting as a camera.
Yep.
Still and a video camera. And I love to get videos and photos while I'm out riding my bike. I like to make videos and photos in my life in general, and so that was the main reason why I bought them.
Yeah.
I was hoping that the battery would be a little bit better, and who knows, maybe on future versions there will be. But we're talking about a pair of sunglasses. You know what I mean? So
which
they're a little bit heavier than a normal pair of sunglasses.
A little bit, yeah.
Did they feel heavy when you put them on?
Sort of, but not in a way that. Mostly at the.
At the arms or whatever. Yeah.
Which if you're used to wearing shocks or something anyways, you know that there's an extra kind of thing there too.
Right.
And I think what I was more impressed by when I saw the footage and stuff is that it's kind of crispy.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll on it right now.
Way crispier than like...
So I'm recording on this at the same time, so I'm going to just like insert this of me like looking at you or whatever. This is only the 1080p that's being recorded right now. Yeah. There is a 3K version, which you can crop a lot more.
This is only the 1080p on sunglasses. Look at...
I know, on sunglasses.
Look where we're at.
And it's pretty cool because like this isn't like Oakley makes it all. Like, Oakley makes the lenses for the glass and everything. You know what I mean? So like it's not, there are other brands that are doing it. I know Google's coming out with some. I know Ray-Ban has similar Meta glasses.
I think that's kind of the next step. I think when more people start making them, it's going to go so fast and like the advancements of what.
And that's how easy it is. Like you just long press the button and it rolls. And then you short press it and it stops. If you just want to take a picture, it's just a quick one. And then there are also like 2 action buttons if you want to assign it to music or assign it to Meta. Or
and those are the only style, meaning like the shape of the glasses. And they just make them in different colors, or do they make like a...
No, so the Oakley Vanguard is like what this silhouette is. Yeah. They have like 5 different colors.
But that's the only silhouette that they're making with this camera stuff in it.
Well, no, because there are like the Ray-Bans that are the same.
Oh, right. The guy that we saw.
Yeah, Josh Souza.
Yeah, he had
local
like
rider.
straight
he had
up.
An MBX. They're just like Wayfarer style Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Those have 2 lenses, like a lens on either side.
Okay.
I don't know if like one is for video and one is for photo.
So the lens
is in the middle.
Actually, okay.
It's in the middle, right above your nose.
I see.
Right above your nose.
Yeah.
And there is no heads-up displays. A lot of people have asked me that. Like, can you see things like your Iron Man? No, it's not showing me any stats. But as soon as you upload it to the Meta app, it is synced with my Garmin.
So that's where you got the overlay.
So the overlay, it knows my GPX, all my data from my ride. It's just linked.
Yep.
And you can pick 5 things: speed, power, time, distance.
Sure, yeah.
It has there are like 10 things to pick, but you can pick 5 of them.
Yeah.
And it puts them on the video just like that.
That's crazy.
They are expensive.
How much?
They're $500.
Money bags.
Fuck you. They are $500. I am not financially responsible, so I bought them. I think the Ray-Bans that like Josh had are closer to $400.
Yeah.
Hopefully when more brands come out, they'll become more accessible. The price will come down.
And this is online. You can't like go somewhere and try these out.
You can go to the Oakley store.
And where the fuck is an Oakley?
There's an Oakley store in the Providence Place Mall.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I should know that, but... I'm not going to the mall a lot.
Actually, BSP introduced me to the manager there.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know. Brian knows him. The manager there, his name is Nick. Shout out to Nick. He like hosted It's Just a Hill one time.
Okay.
And like helped us out. And like we went on a group ride and then went to the Oakley store later. There was a little bit of a discount.
Yeah.
I hit him up about these. And he was like, yeah, we have them in stock. He's like, but there are no discounts on them because they're brand new. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Nick. I decided to not go to the mall, and I bought them online.
I might go to the mall and they can see what's up.
Yeah, so you also can like virtually try them on the Oakley app.
What are we doing?
It just looks ridiculous.
What are we doing? Yeah.
That's
when you try to put furniture from IKEA in your house, and
it's just like on the wall instead of on the floor.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah. How will this microwave look on my counter? Just like the worst,
like on your dog's head.
AI shit. Yeah. But I'm kind of like always trying to document my rides in a way, and
I was looking up. And that's the thing. It's like hopefully the glasses don't become like this. But if you ever like look up,
like action cameras,
Insta360 and DJI and GoPro, and it's like at a certain point, it's like Jesus. Like I just want. Right. I don't want to have to do all this research to do this thing. And I think it's also like the mounting system and all this like changes depending on your handlebars and stuff.
Right.
So I think this is really cool because I think it's also like right there. And I think the perspective is probably the coolest thing. Like
that's the
I
best
go
part
on bike rides to see stuff and I'm like, wow, look at that view. And so to be able to be like and see it as you saw it, I think is like
you don't have to take anything out.
What do you mean
it's
out?
Already on your face.
Oh yeah, exactly. And you need sunglasses anyways to ride your bike. So you're just kind of like 2 for 1.
I always wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
I'm just hitting the button real quick. If I see a cool old house that I like, if I see like a dilapidated barn, I don't have to take my phone out. I don't have to take my GoPro out.
Oh, that's the only question I have. What do you think the shutter speed on that is?
Oh, that's a good question.
Meaning like if you're riding by something, granted video is video and I'm sure that it has a frame rate, but I'm like, could you like go wow and then take a picture or will it be like blurry? That's the only thing, because when you took it you were kind of like, which again is fucking sunglasses, which is pretty incredible, but I'm like curious about. That's my only.
I'm gonna try to pull it up here. I will say that like I don't think I've taken any photos while I've been like going really fast, but I've taken some quick shots while I've been going pretty fast, and it
has been fine.
It has been fine.
Yeah.
I think the fact that like you're outside and you have a lot of light, I'm sure there's like an automatic nature to the shutter speed. If it was darker, it would be a lot blurrier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure. This will come up here.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. I mean, you are typically riding. People do it, but I mean, you're not really trying to ride when it's super dark out. And so the idea that even on a cloudy day, you have kind of ample light.
Yeah, I mean, the ride the other day was kind of cloudy. It was overcast for the bake-off ride, and those photos look good. Yeah. So you cannot set shutter speed manually. They use auto exposure, and there are so you can set resolution, you can set frame rate, you can set stabilization and clip length, but you cannot set shutter speed. It just says auto exposure will usually pick up faster shutter when there isn't enough light.
Megapixels.
How many megapixels?
Megapixels.
Now I think you're a very talented artist in a lot of different ways. You like to take photos.
Yeah.
You're a photographer.
Yeah.
Right? Amongst other things.
Yeah.
You at first were like, damn, let me zoom in on that. What did you think as I pull up the 12 megapixels?
It's fucking sunglasses, bro.
Images up to 4032 by 3024.
Isn't that like an iPhone? Isn't that like an iPhone 13 or something?
Yes.
In your fucking...
Yep. It's an ultra wide camera too. So like if you're pointed at something and you take a photo, you're not going to miss it.
You're not going to miss it.
You know what I mean? It's like pretty wide. It's pretty wide.
I think as soon as I saw them and you told me you had them, I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what the fuck this is about. I think it's exactly what I'm looking for in terms of just being able to record stuff.
Yeah.
I would make a book. I would make a photo book.
Yeah.
Of
photos
pictures
taken with
on
the
the bike.
Yep.
100%. I think it would be pretty interesting to kind of just...
Yeah, because I carry my Fuji around with me quite a bit.
Right. And I feel like I'm surprised you're crazy because that shit, I'm surprised you haven't dropped it or nothing has happened to it, which is pretty incredible.
One time I crashed on it.
You've crashed?
Yeah. A couple times.
Yeah.
And this time I went down on my right shoulder. It was on gravel.
Yeah.
And I sort of fell on my back and landed on it. And it scratched up the outside just a bit. Other than that, it still works pretty good.
Yeah.
I should get it professionally cleaned, I think. We've talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I've just had it for quite some time, maybe 12, 15 years.
That's crazy. I would definitely get one of these. I feel like I'm so I hate the internet.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yes.
The
connectivity of it is somewhat of a concern.
Right. And it's also stuff like this comes out and it's just kind of like vapes where people are like, I don't know, I just feel like in 20 years it's going to be like, Camp Lejeune where it's going to be like, if you or someone you love was wearing the Meta glasses.
Now, a lot of people seem to be concerned about, now, are you talking like Aaron Brockovich, like we're getting cancer from him type of glasses?
I mean, sort of, probably, yeah. But just kind of like, we just don't know anything about anything, really.
I think the main thing that I've seen other people bring up, and as someone that is always recording things and filming things, I mean, I work in, I never really think about like people's privacy like that. But people have been like, you can't record me, like as a joke, like on the group ride or something.
I see what you're saying.
First of all, yes, I can. We're on public roads, and that's how that works.
For the record.
Yeah, I can. But I do think that there are some privacy things that are being brought up. I specifically think that in the EU, like the European nation, they are trying to regulate it in a way so that people don't get taken advantage of.
But I think it would almost...
It's almost spyware. It's almost like spy
sort
tech.
of, but in those places, like, you can't just go in, like, a Target and film with a video camera.
No, you can't.
So you couldn't with this either. I think all the evidence or the film would be, like, inadmissible or you wouldn't be able to use it anyway. So now, I think it's kind of like...
Did you know that there's a light that indicates whether or not I've taken a photo? Do you know about this?
No,
there is a light. So I'm gonna take a photo of you. Did you see it?
Yes, it's pretty clear.
So then when I roll video,
it's the same thing.
It stays on though, right?
It does stay on.
It's on right now. It's like right here.
Yeah.
And there's also an indicator light on the inside so that I can see whether or not it's recording, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, nice.
Sometimes you might forget that you've been recording. So then when you stop it, the light turns off.
But then I think it's kind of fine. And it's also like in this day and age, I think the other thing that people I think have talked about with this or with watches or whatever is just kind of like the they're watching you,
right,
brother. They've been watching us since like 98 or like 100%. In terms of like that stuff. I think
if you carry this around on your body all the time,
right now, say shocks 10 times. I bet your first Instagram ad is going to be for fucking shocks. So it's just like that to me has been like a. That to me has been kind of like, already has happened. And so if you're worried about that stuff.
Just because it's the new, like, hotness that people seem to be focusing on that.
Yeah.
But, like, your phone, if you're worried about that listening to you, you should be worried about your watch listening to you, your phone listening to you. If you have a smart car, you should be worrying about your car listening to you.
GPS, like, we've been cooked. They already got Androids of all of us.
Right. And so why not just enjoy it for what it is?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really feel like I should be paranoid about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, if someone, like, very seriously is like, please do not record me, then you should be nice and not record them.
But on the flip side, if something's happening,
yes,
you have these fucking sunglasses that could possibly help.
Yeah,
you in some situation.
It kind of makes me want to buy regular lenses.
Nah, you're crazy though.
Because of the money,
and also just like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna walk around like recording and what's like a daily use?
Not all the time, but like I don't know. Like I just like the idea that it's like so easy to just like record. I guess maybe it's just because I am like a cyclist that is always like watching out for cars and like, sometimes I'm trying to like gotcha to them, you know what I mean? Like I've been guilty of like calling people out on the road and like recording them.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I get into a screaming match with someone when I'm
You're
wearing these glasses.
recording it, that's going to be fire.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You got to think about it.
No,
I'm saying you got to think about it. Like you can't just go into the argument and you just get berated,
right?
And you just recording and you're just like, let's scrap this this footage.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, like there are definitely like times where all cyclists, myself included, have done things that are like the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think all drivers are bad and all cyclists are perfect by any means, but there is like an element of capturing anything on a ride. And hopefully it isn't a bad run-in with a motorist and it's just like a cool view, or hey, we're out on the middle of like an 8-hour ride and we're just like, oh, look, we're going to come around the bend and see the top of Greylock here.
Yeah.
And just to like have that on my face, I've carried a GoPro around in my back pocket. I put it in my frame bag. I've strapped it to the front of my bike. The front of the bike is the closest equivalent to this. It's a little bit harder to start because of where it is. It's also a lot more boring because it doesn't move with your head.
Yeah.
Your head is a great stabilizer. It's the best stabilizer on the planet is a human head. You know what I mean? And so, like, maybe not on the planet, like, not like a fucking chicken head. But you know what I mean? Like, we have gimbals and stabilization to sort of mimic how we perceive the world with our own two eyes on our head. And this really allows you to go from looking forward like a GoPro strapped to your chest or your handlebars, and then immediately look at your buddy who's to your left, which I think is super nice, you know? And the Insta 360 I've never really messed with, and
I've never messed with it. I've only had like a little GoPro, and I put it on my bike and it was cool, but then I like ran out of battery.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I don't think it's like the end all be all. I don't think it's like the best camera out there.
Yeah.
But as for someone that like likes to make videos and like likes to put out podcasts and stuff, it's another cool tool for me to use to help tell my story of how I experience the world with my bikes. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm going to be wearing these in non-cycling or non-active scenarios. I'll wear them on a hike. I'll wear them running or whatever. But I don't think I'm just going to wear them like driving to Market Basket. And that's why I like...
But you can do the parking lot things.
Yes, my parking lot review with them on. But see, that's kind of why I'm like, if someday down the line Ray-Ban puts out $100 pair, I will jump on that.
I mean...
Not at $400. You know, after having spent $500 on these. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Yeah. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think about them?
I think they're incredible. Yeah. I think the perspective of being able to record like that, it's very like something you would almost see in like a 1985 movie, and it's crazy that like we're here. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have that.
Well, I mean,
I'm probably gonna buy some.
I've always been obsessed with that like Star Trek living. You know what I mean? Like, it's why I bought my first Apple Watch. It's why I have my Garmin watch now. I like the idea of being able to like I wish Siri was good so I could like talk to her and ask her things and like have her actually set alarms for me. I like that part of technology.
Yeah.
You know, to be like...
That's the part that most people are afraid of, though.
The listening?
And the automation of things that maybe aren't... Again, I think all of this stuff is like a slippery slope. I think if it's used for its intended purpose, and it's fine. I think it's all the like backdoor stuff that happens
people hack,
and all the things that go too far.
You ever driven in a Waymo?
What's a Waymo?
It's like an Uber, but it's self-driving Uber.
Hell no, you're crazy.
I've never done it either. I don't
know if anyone out there remembers this, but there was a point in time. Don't ask me why or how or what happened to it. There was a bus that used to drive people in Providence.
No,
I think, and it was like a little. It was
on
like
a trolley line.
It wasn't even that big. It was like maybe fits like 5 people. They tried it out, and I think it would go into Oneyville or something.
From downtown, like from Kennedy Plaza to Oneyville?
Cycle.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I'm
going to Google it.
Yeah.
And it like, but I think it was just too like crazy because people are so crazy, especially in fucking Oneyville and Providence. So I think, so I would never, hell no. I wouldn't even do the Tesla thing or people would be like,
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because, well, I think.
Going 80 on 95.
That is the we're going to get hacked concern. You know?
And it's also just like the too far concern.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just, this is like leisure.
Right.
Driving should not like
humanity.
Chill, bro. Yeah,
it's really not removing humanity.
No, it's not. It's like, I think there's like a line, and I think everyone could say whether something is like removing it or enhancing it. And I think that this is like, you know, on a good side of the line versus like, come on, bro, just drive your car.
Right.
It ain't that crazy. Right. It's not. Or just get an Uber if you don't like driving or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. So far, so good. I won't be returning them anytime soon.
Yeah,
they charge right in the case, which is nice.
I got some black ones.
Yeah. I like them. I think Oakley makes great lenses too. Like, I like to look through nice sunglasses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's another pro. All right, you got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Just what are you looking forward to in just major pro cycling next year?
Major pro cycling.
I'm thinking there's so many team mix-ups.
Yes.
Even with just like Biniam and Red Bull and all. Right. I'm so excited to see how all these new sort of like
you mentioned
teams
Binny,
work together.
He's on NSN Cycling, which is the former Israel Premier Tech.
But isn't it Lido Trek too?
Well, they're not the same team.
But wasn't it like some merger of a whole bunch of teams?
No. NSN basically just is Israel without the Israel name.
Got you.
Lidl Trek is still Lidl Trek. They got Juan Ayuso, which is very interesting, I think.
Yep.
Just as of today, I think Ineos officially signed Oscar Onley. So Oscar Onley is no longer on Picnic Post NL. He's going over at Ineos.
I don't understand the contracts, bro. They could just leave and do whatever. It's crazy. Don't get sued.
Remco's on Red Bull, like you said.
So what are you looking forward to? Is there any specific race? Because I think they released all the tour routes and they might switch around the schedule of certain things.
I think what I'm most looking forward to is I hope Pog wins Paris-Roubaix.
Yep.
I hope he wins those classics that he's never had to win before, and then I hope he just retires.
You think? No.
There's something in the back of my mind that thinks that he's very done with the traditional, I have to do the tour every single year type of thing. I think he's a little bit burnt out. I mean, who knows? He's obviously, the best rider in the peloton. His peak can only last for so long.
What races besides that one hasn't he won?
Paris-Roubaix, and then there's another big one. It's not Liège. It's not... Some people are probably yelling at their podcast player or YouTube. There's another big one that I can't think of right now that I know he has his heart set on. Shit, I was just going to listen to another podcast about that. Yeah, what is Pog's plan for 2026? Because he just announced what. But
I just hope he keeps going selfishly enough to the LA Olympics so we can go. I think it's in 28, ain't it?
Now, what do you know about the Worlds in Montreal this summer?
I know nothing about it.
Okay, so I have.
You're going.
I'm volunteering.
Yep.
I signed up to volunteer.
And what does that mean? You're handing out. You're on the road with the bottles.
I don't know yet.
That'd be fly.
Probably not that. Basically, what you do, when you sign up to volunteer, and sign-ups are still open, and as of now, I think there are 6 to 10 people from Rhode Island, Southern New England area that are going up.
Yep.
I personally I'm trying to ride there. I know some people think that's ridiculous and are just going to go up there.
Why? Is it far? Is it?
So Vermont itself is 200 or 300 miles, I think.
Yeah.
And then from here to Vermont is 100 miles. I think it'll be about 500 or 600 miles to get to Montreal.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it a bike packing type of trip, like I did those few trips this past year.
But not there and back.
I'm going to take my time. No, I'm just going to take the train back.
Yeah.
The train will go right. I'll just have to transfer once somewhere in Connecticut or something.
Yeah. But
you can sign up to volunteer. When you sign up to volunteer, you say, hey, I am good at media relations, or I'm a morning person, or whatever. And they get everyone signed up, and then they figure that all out. Yeah. So yeah, Worlds are from September 20th to September 27th of 2026, and he's going to be there.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing him there. He has not. The other race is Milan-San Remo that I couldn't think of. So finally winning Milan-San Remo and winning Paris-Roubaix are his monuments in spring. Then he's going to do the Ardennes, the Ardennes Classics. Then he's definitely doing the Tour, hoping to win his 5th time. Also says he's doing Strade Bianche. He's doing Flanders. He's doing Liège. He's doing Tour of Romandy and Tour de Suisse. That's all leading into the Tour de France.
Yeah.
He hasn't confirmed Giro.
He's not doing Vuelta.
Yep. Joao Almeida, who's also on UAE, he's doing Giro and Vuelta.
Yep.
And then it says that Isaac Del Toro will be going to the Tour with Pog.
Yep.
And so maybe it's just a ramp up for the Tour and then chill until Worlds.
But it makes sense if he's won all those other races. I feel like it's not a... I think he wants to win everything you could.
I think he wants to win everything too.
Won and then kind of
Well, then he can be way more selective.
Off like an Olympic.
Yes.
Medal.
Olympics 20.
Please go so I can go to LA.
That would be great.
Where am I going to come? I'm not going to go to fucking, I don't even know, Europe or wherever it is next.
No, I know. It is really cool to think about pro cycling here in North America.
Yeah.
I know. There's going to be some more pro races this year too, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Instead of just Maryland, they're They're bringing back the Philly Cycling Classic.
And that one was one that was going on for a long time, and they stopped it for some reason.
So who knows? Maybe someday, like, Tour of Utah might come back.
Yeah.
Tour of California was a thing.
Tour of Newport.
The Tour de Trump, which everyone remembers. I have a magazine around here somewhere that has the Tour of Trump.
Where was that at?
Like Tour de Pont. I think it was like Delaware, Maryland type of area. I'll pull out the magazine later. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I'm looking forward to, and this is, I want drama. I want.
I mean, you're gonna get it.
I want Florian Lipovitz to be a better rider in 2026 than Remco Evenepoel. That's what I want.
Hate Remco.
I do kind of hate Remco. I don't really. He's obviously a great cyclist. We're not talking about that. They're all great cyclists. They could all mop the floor with us. That's not what I'm talking about. I want a little bit more of, actually, let's say less UAE dominance.
No, less UAE, and I think all the big team dominance is kind of like all right already. Like,
yes. But I will say I like seeing that Lidl Trek has come closer to being like Visma. Yeah. I don't think Visma had the best year last year, even though they had a good year.
Yeah.
And Jonas won the Vuelta, and Simon Yates won the Giro.
Yep.
On like the last day. The Giro was sick as hell.
I mean, that was
sick.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But I would love to see guys like Oscar Onley on any, like, I want to see Ineos be more of a GC contender.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Quick-Step is going to be more of a GC contender now that Remco left, but like, who knows? Maybe Mikel Landa can like win some 1 week long races but then who else are we looking at for GC guys? Like, For Lidl Trek, they have Juan Ayuso.
That's the problem, though. All these guys, we talk about it every year with like all these names, and this guy who won this thing and this.
But
thing,
like
Pog's, every
Pog's,
year it's just like the two, and Pog is like
his FTP is 9 watts per fucking kilogram or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? He goes up the mountain faster than anyone else. So I hope that he wins and continues to be the best ever, because I do think it's special that we're getting to watch the best ever.
Yeah.
I did have a little bit of, oh boy, he's going off with 70K. Do I watch the rest of this race type of attitude a few too many times this past year.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
Everyone else.
Because that's the problem. Is like, it's one thing if it's like there's only one other team or one other rider. Like, everyone else needs to step it up and just bring kind of better tactics. If you know that these two teams are better than you, and they have these two riders, one of which is out of here, the other one which is like out of here and slightly below the other rider,
still,
then do something. Send some people up the road. Do something to not make it. I think everyone just says like, oh, it's so boring, but it's like there's many other teams who aren't doing anything.
Remember when Jonas won in 2023?
Yep.
And they did that two-pronged attack against Pog, Primoz, and Jonas, like that type of shit.
It worked them crazy.
Right.
So it's just like, even if it's not Visma, everyone else, you guys can. There's a lot of strong riders.
You all have to work together.
Yeah.
All fucking work together or something.
Do something. So I don't know. I think that'll all be good. And I also want. I wish that the women's tour was longer.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's that many days. And then I also want Benny to win again, win some sprints. I think he was hurt last season.
He was.
A lot of crashes and stuff.
That whole NSN cycling thing though, like the same guy that was in charge of the Israel team is still in charge.
I don't know.
It's just a change in name.
I don't know what.
I mean, it's nice that the protests worked in a way to get the name of Israel out of the sport.
Yeah.
And we still have a lot of whitewashing in pro cycling. We're talking about, we said the name UAE how many times?
Yeah.
Bahrain is the same, you know what I mean? Like, these are bad countries, bad
But
nations.
It seems like people have accepted it in a way where they're not. They're at least. And it's crazy to see, realistically, in this day and age, to demand something and to protest, and for it to work that quickly is pretty incredible. Given it a time where people like...
I mean, Factor dropped out as a bike sponsor because they said, we don't want to deal with this. So now NSN is on Scott bikes. Factor's not in the peloton at all. Have you seen their new bike?
No.
That insane new aero bike that has a front fork that could fit a fat bike tire.
That's crazy.
It's super aerodynamic.
Wow, no one else uses them.
Yeah, no one will be on Factor this year, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so old now, dude.
He's so mad.
He can't hear. He can't really see. He just wants to eat his dinner. Time for dinner? All right. Thank you, Norlan.
Thank you.
Hope to make the podcast more of a... I'm just putting this out there maybe for my own sake. I hope to make the podcast more of a regular thing. Yeah. And not have it be another 3 months.
You were on a roll for a while, though.
So that's my goal. That's my non-training goal going into 2026 is more consistency with the podcast. And we finally got Norlan his shirt of Cav puking on the first stage of the tour 2024.
Legendary.
Thank you, Jeff, for getting those printed. Thank you, Norlan, for paying for the shirts.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And then you finally got it, 18 months later, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another rider you hate.
Cav, yeah. I hate a lot of things. You know, I've come to the realization lately in my life. You know how a lot of people like to pride themselves when they're non-confrontational? They're like, I'm non-confrontational. You know, have you ever met that type of person?
I mean, not really.
Oh, I feel like I've heard people say that. Like, oh, I don't want to fight. I'm non-confrontational. Me? Confrontational.
I think the other way.
I like confrontation.
Kind of bad, too.
I like it.
I don't like fighting at all. I let people step all over me all the time.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying that's what it sounds like sometimes.
All right. Well, this is more of like that seems like more of either something you need to talk to your therapist about or...
No, I'm just saying that's what being everyone got to be confrontational.
Yeah, of course. Everyone needs to...
Advocate for yourself.
Yeah, advocate for yourself. Stand up for something. And I stand up for my hatred of Remco. I don't hate Cav that much anymore. I don't really think about him. Bye.
We are It's Just a Hill, a cycling club that promotes inclusion, judgment-free, with no gatekeepers. Focused on creating content from behind the handlebars to in the studio, It's Just a Hill is producing videos and podcasts to spread the message that cycling is for everyone. We are focused on reminding everyone that riding your bike can help you overcome any obstacle, because after all, it's just a hill.
Decaf left, regular right. Decaf left, regular right. It's very challenging work.